Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is a new lesson of Tashdeed. As you can see the heading combination and below it is written idgham. So first you have to understand what is idgham. First see the first example. As you can see that after mim zabar ma it is given a quiescent noon. So the quiescent noon cannot be read by itself. It is dependent on the predecessor. So we have to read mim noon zabar man. But as you can see that the ya is bearing a tashdeed. So noon is also dependent on mim and ya is also dependent on mim. So what we do is we drop the first quiescent letter. Like I said in the previous lesson that if two dependent letters are together, so the first letter is to be dropped. So how do we read? Mim ya zabar mai, ya zabar ya. Mai ya, we drop the noon. Okay, so this is the way you have to read and do the hijjah. But what is the ruling? Why is this happening? So this is called idgham. Idgham means where one letter is inserted into the another one. Here you can see that the noon is getting inserted into the ya totally. That means there is no existence of noon anymore over there. So this combination is called idgham in Arabic. Okay. So this is called idgham, where the first quiescent letter is totally inserted or partially inserted into the next letter, into the letter after it. So this is called this insertion and this combination is called the idgham. Okay. So we are not going to read the noon, we will read the ya. So how do we read it? I am repeating again. Mim ya zabar mai, ya zabar ya. Mai ya. Qaf waw pesh qu, man yaqu, lam pesh lu, man yaqulu, man yaqulu. Okay, then see the next one, it is ain ya zabar ai, then you have noon to zabar, noon to zabar nan. So can you see that the to zabar is a tanween, it's a nunation, and the nunation has a noon hidden in it. We learned this in the lesson of nunation that the nunation means the to zabar, to zair and the to pesh has a noon hidden in it. So that noon is getting combined and inserted into the next ya. That is why this is also given in this example of combination. So how do we do the hijjah of this? Ain ya zabar ai. Then you are not going to read the to zabar. Instead you will say noon ya zabar. Only one zabar. Why? Because one zabar is getting dropped because the noon is getting totally combined into the ya. Okay, if you open and write like as you can see on the screen. As you can see on the screen, noon to zabar nan is equal to noon zabar nan. Okay. Noon to zabar nun is nun and noon zabar is also nun. So the sound of both are nun. When I say ba to pesh bun, it is equal to ba noon pesh bun. Okay, so bun, the sound of both are the same. That means the nunation has the noon in it. Okay, so as you can see, when I wrote noon zabar nun, so there is only one zabar over the first noon. That is why while doing the hijjah, how do we do it? Noon ya zabar nai, not two zabar. Noon ya zabar nai and then ya sheen zabar yash. Ai nai yash rabu. Ai nai yash rabu. Okay. Now see the third one. It is ain alif zabar a. Then you have dal to pesh dun. When I write dal to pesh dun, it is equivalent to dal noon pesh dun, isn't it? Okay. Then you have the waw zabar wa with a tashdeed. So how do we read this? We are not going to read the noon. We will read dal waw pesh du. Waw madda and then waw zabar wa, do wa. Okay, so how do we do the hijje? Ain alif zabar a, dal waw pesh du, waw zabar wa, du wa. We are not going to say dun. Okay, and we are not even going to do the hijje like this, dal waw two pesh dun. No, we are going to read only one pesh. Why one pesh? Why one zabar? Why one zer? So this is the reason that I just explained. That if we open and write the narration in this form, in the noon form, then we can see that there is only one harkat, not two harkat over there, and the noon gets dropped. Okay, did you understand the morphology of why while doing the hijje, why I'm just saying one zabar, one zer, or one harkat? I'm just saying one harkat, whereas it has double zabar, double zer, and double pesh. Okay, so this is the morphology. I am repeating the third one again. Ain alif zabar a, dal waw pesh du, waw zabar wa, du wa, a du wa, samud, a du wa samud. I am repeating the first line. Man yaqulu, man yaqulu, aynan yashrabu, aynan yashrabu. So I'm repeating the first one. Man yaqulu, aynan yashrabu, adu wa samud. Come to the next line. It is min noorin. See the hijje, mim noon zer, min noon waw pesh no, min no. Don't look at the first noon because the first noon is to be dropped. Mim noon zer, min noon waw pesh no, min no, ra to zerin, min noorin. Then you have min nutfatin, min nutfatin, qasrim mashidin. I'm doing the hijja of this. Qaf, sad, zabar, qas. Both are heavy letters. Qas, ra, mim, zer, rim. Qasrim mashidin. And I have told you before that the noon mushaddad and the noon mushaddad has to be pronounced with a gunna. And gunna means to elongate and to take the voice in your nose and to elongate it. So how do we read it? Qasrim, qasrim mashidin, qasrim mashidin. Come to the next line. Qiyamui. It is qaf zirqi, ya alif zabar ya, qiya, mim ya pesh mui. Mim pesh is mu, and you have to join the ya sound to it. Mui. Ya nun zabar yan, mui yanzuruna. Qiyamui yanzuruna. Man yakfuru, man yakfuru. Habban wa nabatan, habban wa nabatan. See the hijja of this. Ha ba zabar hab, ba waw zabar baw, habbaw waw zabar wa, habbaw wa nabatan. Nuhiyun wa adun, nuhiyun wa adun. Laylatin mubarakatin, laylatin mubarakatin. Min waliyin, min waliyin. Min walin, min walin. Qamaran muniran, qamaran muniran. Mustaqarru wa mata'un. I'm doing the hijja of this. Mim sin pesh mus, ta zabar ta, musta, qaf ra zabar qar. You have to join the ra because the ra is bearing a tashdeed. So qaf ra zabar qar, mustaqar, ra waw pesh ru, mustaqarru waw zabar wa, mustaqarru wa mata'un, mustaqarru wa mata'un. Now see the next one. It is a bit tricky, but it's very simple. You just have to keep on joining one single letter at a time. As you can see that lam pesh is low, but you can see that jim is bearing a tashdeed. So you have to read lam, jim, pesh, luj. You have to join the Jim with the Lam. Luj. Then again you have Jim Zer Ji, but the Ya is again bearing a Tashdeed. So you have to join the Ya as well. So Lam Jim Pesh Luj. Then Jim Ya Zer Ji. Luj Ji. Then join the Ya with the Ya. Ya Zer Yi. Luj Ji Yi. Then Ya Ghain Zabar Ya. Luj Ji Yi Yag. Luj Ji Yi Yag. Shahu. Okay. Luj Ji Yi Yag. Shahu. I'm repeating the hijje part again. Lam Jim Pesh Luj. Jim Ya Zer Ji. Luj Ji Ya Zer Yi. Luj Ji Yi Ya Ghain Zabar Ya. Luj Ji Yi Yag. Shahu. Mi Yawmin. Mim Ya Zer is mi. Ya Waw Zabar Yaw. Mi Yawmin. Khayrun Nuzulan. Khayrun Nuzulan. Noon mushaddad, so there should be gunna. Khayrun Nuzulan.